For the 2010 season, the FIA planned for 4 new teams to join the F1 grid. These were Lotus, Virgin, HRT and U.S.F.1, creating a 26-car grid. Sadly, U.S.F.1 never made it to the grid due to poor management and financial issues. The FIA originally planned for another new team to join the 2010 grid if one of the teams failed, but U.S.F.1 failed so close to the start of the season that it was far too late for a reserve team to take their place. Therefore, on the 22nd of March 2010, the FIA opened up a tender to allow another new team to join the grid starting in 2011. It is believed that 15 groups applied to enter F1 in 2011, and today we will talk about the candidates that came the closest to entering Formula 1 in 2011. Early on during the new team process, the team that seemed the most likely to debut in 2011 was ART Grand Prix, who are most well known for their success in GP2 and Formula 2, winning championships with drivers such as Nico Rosberg, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, and in 2010 were fielding Jules Bianchi and Sam Bird in GP2, who could have been drivers for the F1 team. ART reportedly had many technical and financial partners prepared for the 2011 season. Rumors suggested that the most important sponsor was Michelin, who were aiming to become F1's new tire supplier for the 2011 season. However, Formula 1 eventually awarded the contract to Pirelli, who have supplied the sport with tires since the 2011 season. It wouldn't make sense for Michelin to be involved in Formula 1 if they weren't going to be supplying tires, leading to Michelin withdrawing from the deal. Without a major sponsor, and seeing how much the 3 new teams of 2010 were struggling, ART wisely decided to withdraw their bid and refocused on their feeder series teams. Another one of the stronger candidates was Epsilon Euskadi. Just like ART, Epsilon were mostly known for their feeder series teams, with their biggest success coming from the 2005 Formula Renault 3.5 season, where they won the championship with Robert Kubica. The Spanish team already had experience building their own cars after building the EE1 that raced at the Le Mans 24 Hours race in 2008. Epsilon made a lot of progress with their 2011 bid, even designing and building a wind tunnel model of the 2011 car. Technical director Sergio Rinland had also stated in an interview that he wanted one of the team's drivers to be from Argentina, with the most likely candidate being Esteban Gurari, who had been fighting Daniel Ricciardo for the Formula Renault 3.5 championship in 2010. Another candidate could have been Spanish driver Albert Costa, who was racing for the Epsilon Formula Renault team in 2010, although he didn't bring much money with him. Despite all of this progress, the FIA rejected the Spanish team's bid. In hindsight, this was for the best, with the Spanish team becoming involved in a major corruption scandal which led to the team's demise at the end of 2012. Next is Durango, who were an Italian GP2 team at the time. Interestingly, Durango had previously attempted to enter Formula 1 in 1997 and decided to give it another attempt for the 2011 season. The most well-known part of Durango's bid was their partnership with F1 world champion Jacques Villeneuve. The deal would have seen the team enter under the name Villeneuve Racing, with Jacques Villeneuve returning to F1 as one of their drivers. Since the team was located in Italy, the team was rumored to be aiming for Ferrari engines in a deal that could have seen the team become a Ferrari B team, which have allowed Ferrari to place their junior drivers at the team such as Jules Bianchi. Despite all this, the FIA rejected Durango's bid. The Cipher Group was a team born out of the ashes of the U.S.F.1 team that was supposed to be the 13th F1 team in the 2010 season. Cipher consisted of many of the facilities and personnel from U.S.F.1, while distancing themselves from the people who were blamed for the failure of the team. Multiple sources stated that American driver Jonathan Summerton would most likely have been one of their drivers. Eventually, the Cipher Group withdrew their bid, citing financial issues. Many people respected this decision, since this is what U.S.F.1 should have done previously. There were other less likely bids made by various teams such as TEF and GP, who were still trying to enter F1 as late as 2019. Lola, who previously raced in F1 in 1997, and ProDrive, who had previously ran Subaru's World Rally team and Aston Martin's GT1 program. ProDrive had planned on entering in 2010 under the Aston Martin name, so maybe they could have done the same thing here. In the end, the FIA decided not to accept any of the bids, stating that it was considered that none of the candidates met the requirements to be granted an entry into the championship. This meant that F1 retained a 24-car grid for the 2011 season. While it is a shame that we didn't get to see a 26 car grid during the 2010s, it's probably for the best considering how much the 3 new teams of 2010 struggled, with any other new team probably not doing much better. Hi guys, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all again in the next video, if I make one.